Hello artists! Today we are going to continue working on our Faith Ringgold inspired story quilt. I drew my mountains that I'm going to fly over because we wrote our sentence last week. If I could fly anywhere, I would fly over. And I said the mountains, and this is the mountains of Colorado. So I drew myself flying over them, and I just started coloring, so that's what I'm gonna do now, and I want you guys to continue coloring in your picture right now. So that's the first thing that we are going to do, and I'm going to make sure I'm using good craftsmanship and I'm coloring to the very best of my ability. Now that we are done coloring our beautiful picture of if I could fly anywhere, I would fly over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a pattern in the background. And we looked at some quilt patterns, and we are going to start to draw quilt patterns and different kinds of patterns in the border. So we're going to need a Sharpie and a pencil for this part. We're going to use a lot of geometric shapes. You can also get very creative and incorporate maybe some patterns that have to do with your drawing. And then when we're done, we're going to color and paint them in. So I'm going to just make different shapes and lines, like diagonal lines, I can cut that box in half diagonally. And you can start, if you're ready, you can follow along with me or make your own patterns. Maybe I can make a triangle in one of the shapes. I can make one that just has horizontal stripe lines. And maybe a diagonal line that goes the other way. Now the pattern I created, I can repeat it on this side or I can make a new pattern. And I'm just going to make a pattern that's flip-flopped on this side in these 4 boxes. I want you to start making patterns. We're going to make patterns in the 4 corners first. All 4 of my corners are mirrored to each other, so they are all the same, which makes it look nice and even. Now I can work on the parts in the middle. Maybe they're longer patterns, maybe they're shorter patterns. You can even make smaller boxes and continue all the squares. I'm going to keep them long and I'm going to make designs in each of them. I'm going to start with a zigzag pattern. And I'm going to do my zigzag all the way around except for here because it has the words. Now that I'm all done with my patterns, I can either color them in with marker using pattern with color, or I can paint. Now that I am ready to paint, I'm going to paint around my picture. And I'm going to try my best not to get my picture messy. On the inside, if you wanted to add some paint in there to add some extra color, that's cool too. But we're going to paint the outside. So when I get my paint, I choose the color I want and I make good decisions as to what I want to paint. So I may want to paint a corner here. And if I paint that corner there, I'll have to repeat on the other side for the other corner. Now you can start painting using color pattern. when your painting is all done, put it on the drying rack. We may revisit it again so that we can clean up some of the lines.